going to start. I'm going to do this on my knees, but you can do this starting up. We're going to mobilise our shoulders. We're going to start with controlled articular rotations. So just to warm up the shoulders, I'm going to start with my hand by my side. I'm going to create a thumbs up here. I'm going to point my thumb towards the camera here, towards you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming across my body. So I'm going to do the biggest circle I possibly can with my shoulder joint, but I also want internal and external rotation of that joint as well. So I'm going to start coming across the body here. So my arm is nice and straight. I come across the body here and I start coming in to flexion of the shoulder here, okay? So as I get towards flexion, what I'm not doing is kind of leaning back to give me more range of motion of the shoulder. I'm keeping my chest where it is, my shoulders nice and flat as I come up. And as soon as I feel my chest start to lift, I'm going to start rotating my thumb inward. So you can't see this, but look, my thumb is going to start turning this way. Yeah. Maybe if I move back, you might be able to see. So as I come up, I start rotating. So I start turning my elbow. So the pit of my elbow here starts turning away from me. I try and turn it as much as possible as I start reaching back and circling round. So look, I'm still not leaning back, or I'm not twisting my body as I'm doing it. I'm trying to keep my chest nice and square as I come all the way around. Okay, and then now from this position, my thumb should be facing the back of the room, and I'm going to reverse this motion. Okay, so I kick back first. Now to cut this corner, I have to start rotating my arm the other way. So I start turning my thumb up towards the ceiling as I cut the corner, biggest circle possible, still rotating at the shoulder. Come all the way down, and I should end up rotated, thumb pointing away from me here. Okay, so let's repeat that movement. We're going to do 3 on each side. So I'm going to start with my thumb pointing forward. I'm going to start turning my thumb away from me, come across the body, up past the ear. Now look, it doesn't matter if you can't come this far or quite close to the ear. You can also, if your range of motion and your shoulder will only allow you to come up and away from the body, that's absolutely fine. Don't work into pain, just kind of go with what your body allows you to. So, thumb starts turning away, come across the body, up past the face here. Before I start leaning back to get more range of motion, I start turning my thumb. Internal rotation as I reach behind me as far as I possibly can there. Thumb should be pointing the back of the room. Okay, kick back, cut that corner, start rotating the thumb, come all the way round, back down past the body. Here and there, that's 1, okay? 2 more, so we come across the body, up, past the ear, start rotating the thumb away, reach behind, keep the chest square. Thumb should be pointing back behind you now. I kick back first, cut that corner, start rotating the thumb up towards the ceiling, keep rotating the shoulder, come across past the face. Okay, 1 more, across the body, come up, close to the ear, start rotating the thumb away, rotate, keep rotating, reaching behind as far as we can, and come back, okay? Last part, we just kick back, start rotating the thumb as we cut that corner, come across past the face, down across the body, and thumb by the side. Okay, other side. So, left arm this time, point the thumb away, come across the body, up past the face. Before I start leaning back, I start rotating my thumb away. Keep reaching back behind me. Good. Thumb should be pointing the back of the room now. Okay, kick back, start rotating, cut that corner, come across past the face and down. Good. Okay, across the body, that's 1. Up past the face. Before I start leaning back, I start rotating the thumb, reach behind me as far as you possibly can. Biggest range of motion you've got. Thumb should be pointing the back of the room. Kick back, start rotating the thumb, cut the corner, come all the way around past the body and and down. Okay, one more. Cross the body, come up, past the face. Start rotating the thumb behind me, reach behind me as far as I can without turning my body. Thumb should be pointing the back of the room. Okay, last part, we kick back. As we cut that corner, I start rotating at the thumb. That's it, keep coming around, keep rotating, point it up, across the body, down. Okay, shake those arms out. Okay, I'm going to come to the floor. I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to underwrap my left leg here behind me. So sitting nice and comfortably, however you want. Left arm underwraps my left leg here. I'm going to kind of grab my shin and lock and grab my right bicep like I'm doing a rear naked choke. So grabbing my shin, I now start rotating from my ankles, leading with my ankles, trying not to lead with my toes, but I'm imagining I'm kind of holding a pen between my toes and I'm trying to draw the biggest circle on the whiteboard. So big circles, biggest circle you can possibly draw, trying not to lead with the toes, just rotating from the ankle. Okay, and once you've done 3 one way, do 3 the other way. Big circles, biggest circles you can do. So one more. Big circle. Oh, if it's clicky and crunchy and it pops, don't worry, as long as there's no pain, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so now I'm going to keep that same lock here, the rear naked choke, grabbing my bicep, grabbing my shin here, and I'm going to plant my heel into the floor and I'm going to flex my foot as much as I possibly can here. Okay, so from this flexed foot, I'm just going to use my hand to guide my shin bone here, left and right. Okay, so this is internal rotation here to the right and then external rotation to the left. And I'm just guiding, just feeling that movement of my shin bone here. Keep the foot flexed and just kind of feel this. Probably not going to be loads of movement here, left and right. And we start to get a feel for some internal and external rotation of the knee joint here. Okay, so once you've done that a few times, just find it. Internal, external, internal, external. Good. Now I'm going to take my heel off the floor. My hand's going to move from my shin. It's going to come up to the top of my thigh here like a proper rear naked choke. I flex my foot again as much as possible, and I'm going to go internal rotation of that knee joint, and then I'm going to extend my leg as much as I possibly can. I don't want to extend it completely straight. If I manage to get it straight, which I can't, but if I could manage to get it straight, it's going to stop that rotation of the shin bone. So I want to leave a little bend in it if you're extremely flexible. Okay, so internal rotation, extend the leg. Now once extended, I'm going to go to external rotation, so rotating the foot, trying to move the shin bone out as I flex my leg here. Okay, go back to internal rotation, extend, external rotation and flex. Internal rotation, extend, external rotation and flex. Okay, let's go back the other way. So again, flex the foot, start with external rotation, so the toe pointing outwards, away from the body. As we extend, internal rotation and flex. External rotation, extend, internal rotation, flex, external rotation, extend, internal rotation and flex. Okay, so switching legs. Starting with the ankle, so this time I take my right arm, I underwrap my right leg, grab my left bicep and I hold my shin here. And this is just to stop me using my whole leg to kind of move my ankle, okay? It's stopping me cheating, I'm just moving from my ankle joint here, okay? So, grabbing my shin, grip it nice and tight, stop my leg from moving. I'm just going to do that, draw that big circle with my toes all the way around, like I'm drawing a circle with the whiteboard, Don't worry if it's juddery. Don't worry if it clicks and crunches, as long as there's no pain. That's it. Big circles. And back the other way. So big circles with my toes. Trying not to lead with the toes, so I'm not doing this. As I go around, my toes aren't flexing and extending. Just concentrating on using my ankle. Okay, once we've done one way, done 3 one way, do 3 the other. Big circles, that's it. 2, good, one more. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to find this kind of straddled position. So if I need to lean my hands behind me, that's absolutely fine, whatever's comfortable. Go as wide as you possibly can with your legs here. Okay, this is it for me. So from this position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left heel towards the inside of my thigh here. So bringing that in into kind of this half butterfly position. Okay, from here, now I'm going to bring my knee towards my chest and plant my foot on the floor here. Okay, so from this position now, I keep my knee where it is, I extend at the leg here, I bring it out to the side as wide as I can possibly go and place it down on the ground. So let's do 3 of those on each side. So I'm going to bring my heel to the inside here, sliding my foot up the mat. So I'm in the half butterfly. Knee comes towards the chest, so now my leg is straight. From here, keep my knee where it is. I extend out as much as I possibly can with my foot. Then I take it out to the side and I lower it down. Whew. Okay, 2 more. So heel towards the inside, half butterfly. Knee comes up towards the chest. Extend the leg. Come out to the side and place it down. No thudding it down. Boom. Nice controlled placement. Okay. So heel to the inside. Knee towards the chest. Extend the leg out. Bring it out to the side and slowly place it down. Okay. Now we've got to go the other way. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with my leg extended. Sorry. I'm going to bring it up. So I'm going to lift my extended leg, come to the center, drop my foot, open my knee out to the side, and then I can use the mat to slide my heel out. Okay, so lift first, bring my foot to the center, drop my foot to the floor, let the knee fold out to the side, and then I extend my heel out. Okay, so lift, bring the foot to the center, place the foot down, open the knee, slide my foot out. Let's do 2 more. So lift the foot first, bring the foot to the center, place the foot down, let the knee fall out to the side, and then slide the heel nice and straight. Okay, 1 more. Lift, bring the foot to the center, place the foot down, let the knee open out to the side and extend my leg. Okay, good. So let's do the other side. So right leg now, this time, right leg, I'm going to slide the heel in to that butterfly position. Knee comes in towards the chest. I extend my leg out, take it out to the side, lower it down. Woo. Okay, 2 more. Heel towards the inside. Knee towards the chest, extend the leg out, take the leg out to the side, still hovering, and lower it down. Okay, 1 more. Heel to the center, knee comes up towards the chest, extend the leg out, take it out to the side, and lower it down here. Okay, so let's do the other way. So we lift the foot first, bring it in towards the center, place the foot down, let the knee fall out to the side, and I extend my foot. Okay, so lift first, bring my foot to the center, place my foot down onto the mat, let the knee fall to the side, and then extend my leg out. Okay, so one more. Lift the foot, bring it to the center, foot comes down to the mat, place down, let the knee fall out to the side and slide my foot out. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of movements from the kind of on all fours position. So we just want to make sure that we warm our wrists up correctly. So first things first, I'm just going to do some wrist casts, so big wrist circles here in this seated position. So again, I keep my fingers nice and straight here. I grip my forearm as tight as possible, so I'm not doing this and moving my entire arm around at the elbow. I want to be moving from the wrist joint only. So here, grab my wrist, and I'm just going to do 3, keeping the fingers straight, biggest circles, like at the tip of my finger again is like that pen, and I'm trying to draw the biggest circle I possibly can on the whiteboard, keeping the fingers straight. Draw the biggest, smoothest circle you can possibly draw one way, 3 times, 2, last one, 3 times, good, and back the other way, 1, good, come around, biggest circle, lots of clicking and crunching in mine, 2, 1 more, 3, good. Okay, other side. So here, biggest circle, 1, big circles with the wrist. Take your time, don't try and just do this, try and draw the biggest circle you can possibly do with your wrist. Okay, back the other way, biggest circle, that's it, big circles. 1 more. Good. Okay, I just realised we forgot to do our knee controlled articular rotations on the right side. So, sliding my thing up, we'll do that now. Quickly, just before we go into our, start into our movement practice. So I take my right arm, I wrap it underneath my right leg, just like we were going to do our ankle mobilizations. Grab my bicep, I'm going to flex my foot, place my heel on the floor on the right side here. So I do that external rotation and internal rotation, using my hand to guide my shin, trying to move this shin bone, trying to get it to move as much as possible inwards and outwards, okay? So just guide it with the hand to begin with, just a few times in your own time, guiding it left and right. And then lift the foot off the floor, grip the bicep, now transfer the hand to the top of the thigh there by the knee, flex my foot, external rotation as I extend my knee, internal rotation as I flex, external rotation, extend, internal rotation and flex, external rotation, extend, internal rotation and flex. Okay, let's go the other way. So flex the foot, internal rotation, as you can see, very poor here for me. Extend, external rotation and flex. So internal rotation, extend, external rotation and flex. Internal rotation, extend, external rotation and flex. Good, okay. So now we can get into our kind of quadruped position, all fours. What I'm going to do to begin with is just stack my knees underneath my hips here, my wrists stacked underneath my shoulders. Now, if you've got really terrible wrists and you're really struggling in this position, you can always bring your hands a little bit further in front of you here to take the flexion out of your wrist. Or if you've got a towel or anything, you can place underneath your wrists just to take the pressure off of your weight on your wrists here. Okay, you can place it underneath the palms of your hands, so you're almost not in quite as much extension here in the wrists. But if you're okay like me, stack these wrists underneath your shoulders, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades together at the back, keeping my arms nice and straight, trying to pinch my shoulder blades together as much as possible, and then I try and push the floor away just using my shoulder blades here. Okay, so pinch the shoulder blades together, keep the arms straight, and then push the floor away. Okay, pinch the shoulder blades together, and then push the floor away. Okay, 2 more. Pinch the shoulder blades together, and then push the shoulder blades away. 1 more. Pinch the shoulder blades together, and push the shoulder blades away. Okay, good. So you can shake the wrists out here if you need to, and then we'll go straight into the next one. I'll demonstrate first, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so hands stacked underneath wrists. From here, with my knees stacked underneath my hips, I'm going to take my toes, I'm going to tuck them underneath here, okay? So from being flat on the floor, like tops of my feet flat on the mat, I'm going to tuck my toes underneath here, and I'm going to start to float my knees, okay? So you can take a minute here. If you need to practice, pause me, and just tuck the toes under, float the knees just off the mat, and just hold that position, okay? This is quite a challenging exercise, especially for the core, and it's going to get your legs fired up, floating those knees. So if that's a bit too much for you, don't worry too much. You can always do these from the knees as well. But if you can, like me, you're going to float the knees here. Okay. Now I'm going to use my arms. I'm going to push my hips back. Okay. If you can get your hips and your bum close towards your ankles, please do so. I'm carrying an injury on my right knee, and I can't quite do it. So there's going to be some moves where I'm not going to be able to get full flexion out of my knee, my right knee, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But if you can, please do. Okay, so floating my knees, push the hips back here, and then keep my arms nice and straight, okay? So from this position, I'm going to extend my hips up first, so straightening my legs, trying to bring my hips up. And as I do so, I'm just going to start pushing into my toes, and I'm going to round my spine as much as humanly possible before I come back to this kind of plank position here. Okay. Once I find this plank position, I'm going to start pushing the front pockets of my trousers into the mat. Now I've got 2 options here. I can float the knees, or I can place the knees on the mat. I'm going to draw my shoulder blades back, and I'm going to look towards the ceiling. Okay. Now I look down. I extend my spine here, come back to the plank, and I bring my hips back. Just push straight back, don't come up and then down. Just push straight back, keeping the knees about 1 inch from the floor, back towards my bum. Okay, I'll demonstrate 1 more time. So if knees are floating in this position, arms are straight. I extend my hips up, rounding my spine, pushing into my toes. Come to that plank position here. Okay, from that plank position, start lowering my hips, floating the knees or placing the knees on the floor. Draw the shoulders back, look up. Come back, look forward, look down. Extend the spine, push straight back, extend those arms. Okay, so let's do it together. So we'll do 5 reps. Tuck the toes underneath, float the knees, push the hips back, here straight arms, bring the hips up high, round the spine, push into your toes, come into this plank position. Start pushing the front pockets into the mat, knees down or knees floating, draw the shoulder blades back, look up, look forward, flex back into the plank position, push straight back. Okay, hips up, round the spine, come into the plank, start pushing the front pockets down, draw the shoulder blades back, look up, look forward, flex, push straight back, keep those knees nice and close to the mat, hips up, start rounding the spine, try and round every segment as I push into my toes, come into that plank position. Okay, start pushing the front pockets into the mat, draw the shoulder blades back, look up. Okay, extend, push straight back. Okay, hips up, start rounding the spine, push into the toes, front pocket, start pushing into the mat, shoulder blades back, look up, look forward, extend, push straight back, hip up, around the spine, big round, push into the toes, start pushing the front pockets down into the mat, draw the shoulder blades back, look up, look forward, extend, push straight back, one more, hips up, round the spine, big round of the spine, push into the toes, hips down, draw the shoulder blades back, look up, extend, bring the knees underneath the hips, drop the knees down, shake the wrists out. That's good. Okay, so that's kind of like a modified version of like a loaded beast position in animal flow, kind of mixed with a bit of yoga. Is that cobra? Upward dog? I'm sure someone will correct me. Yeah. So, our next exercise, stolen from movement mapping. This is a scorpion push-up. I really like this exercise. Takes a lot of upper body strength and takes a bit of flexibility, especially within the lower back. In jiu-jitsu, the lower back is, especially when we get folded up, we do a lot of twisting movements, but it's under quite a bit of load. So I quite like this movement just to take the load off of it and get our bodies used to being kind of in a twisted position, especially from the lower half down around the hips. Okay, so we're going to start in our beast position, which is the quadruped, so stacked wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips here. So from this position, I'm going to float my knees, push my hips back, bring the hips up around the spine, and come into this plank position here, okay? So rather than just dropping the hips like we've just done before here, I'm going to lower myself down, okay? So again, if this is too much for you and you're really struggling to do, you can't do push-ups, absolutely fine. From here, from this plank position, you can always drop your knees to the floor as I take my elbows 45 degrees behind me here. So my elbows are flaring out, 45 degrees behind me here, and I lower myself down to the floor, okay? So keep my arms where they are, planted on the ground here, but I mean, you might have really, really tight shoulders, and that's absolutely fine, okay? So if you've got tight shoulders, you can always widen your grip here on the floor. So instead of being nice and close, I take my grip out a bit wider, okay? I'm okay, so I'm going to keep my grip exactly where it is. Now, as I start looking to my left here, over my left shoulder. I'm trying to look towards my toes on the left-hand side, so I'm starting to look towards my foot. As I do so, I'm going to lift my leg over, and I'm going to touch the mat with my foot behind me here, keeping my hands on the mat. And then I'm going to come back, nice and flat. Then I go to the other side. So I look towards my right foot here. I take my leg, bend of the knee, flex the knee, bring it behind me, touch the floor behind me, and then come back into that press up position. So whichever variation you want to do, if you want to come up on your knees or you want to come up into a proper press up position, feel free to do so, whatever you feel is comfortable with. So especially if you're going to press up in like a full press up position, what I don't want to see is the seesaw maneuver, which is this. That, I want you to come up all as one, okay? So one movement, keep the core nice and tight as we do so, and then I can push straight back here, okay? And then I'm ready to go into the next rep, okay? So let's do 5 of these together, okay? So here, legs behind, here, legs, knees stacked under the hips, sorry, and tuck my toes underneath, float my knees, push my hips back, extend my hips up nice and high, start rounding the spine, push into my toes, and find the plank position, okay? From here, I'm going to start lowering myself down slow as you can, hit the ground, start looking over to my left, look towards my left foot. As I take my foot off the ground, flex at the knee, try and touch my toe behind me, keeping the hands on the ground, come back, Look over to my right toe, flex of the knee, touch the toe behind me on the mat behind, come back round. Okay, tuck the toes under, keep the core nice and tight, drive up, so either on your knees or full press up here, press, bend at the knees, push straight back. Okay, hips up, round the spine, come into that press up position. Okay, lower myself down nice and slowly. Okay, look over to my left foot, take my foot, touch it behind, come back flat, look forward, turn to my left, look towards my left foot, touch the right leg behind me here. Come back, look square, tuck the toes under, keep the core nice and tight, drive up, push straight back, hips up, round the spine. Come into the plank, lower yourself down, nice and controlled. Look over the left, take the left foot up, left foot touches behind me, come back square, look to the right. Right foot touches behind. Come back square, tuck the toes under, keep the core nice and tight, press up, soften the knees, push straight back, hips up, round the spine. Lower yourself down nice and slowly, either on the knees or full press up. Look over to the left, touch the foot behind you, come back, look to the right, touch the leg behind you. Come back square, tuck the toes under, core nice and tight, everything up as one. Press, one more, soften the knees, push the hips back. Hips up, nice and high, round the spine. Come into that plank position, lower yourself down, nice and gently. That's it, look to the left, take the foot behind you, touch to the floor. Come back to the center, look to the right. Touch the floor with your right leg. Come back. Tuck the toes under. Look down. Everything together nice and tight. We press up. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Drop the knees down. Shake those wrists out. Have a little rest there. Okay, I'll demonstrate the next movement. Okay, so we're going to do what's known in animal flow, front kick throws. These are good. I like these we use this movement a lot in jiu-jitsu actually, especially when we do kind of sit-outs or sit-throughs. You'll see exactly what I mean. We're going to start in our kind of floating beast position or our quadruped position, whatever you want to call it. So here, I'm going to take myself to the back of the mat here because I'm going to be kind of extending my weight and my leg forward. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands here underneath the shoulders, toes tuck under, knees underneath hips, float my knees here, and I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to step to the outside of my right hand. Now, what I want to do here is I want to step wide, okay? If I step too close to the outside of my right hand for this position, it's going to be harder for me to bring my back leg through. So, I want to take a nice wide stance so it allows me now to sit my hip through the center. Okay, so here as I come up, I step wide, widen my hand. I can release my right hand from the floor here. As I take my leg, my knee comes through, can slide my foot across the mat as I kick through here. Okay, and now I bring my leg back through, underneath me, keep the leg bent, keep the knee off the floor, plant my hand, come back to that beast position, drop my knees, have a little rest if you need to. Okay, so we'll do 5 on each side. Okay, if you've done jiu-jitsu before, this is kind of a classic sit-through maneuver, so you should be quite comfortable with doing this. And if you've just started, this is a good one to practice. Okay, so floating the knees here. I'm going to start with my left, so my left foot steps nice and wide here. My left arm comes off the mat. I slide my right leg through as I kick forward here. Okay, keeping my bum floating off the mat. Slide my leg back underneath, keep the knee bent underneath me, so don't extend straight all the way back. Keep the knee bent, place the hand down, come back into the beast. Right foot up, nice and wide. Take the right hand off the mat, slide the left leg through, nice and straight. Keep that bum floating, bring the left knee back underneath you, leg bent, place the hand down. Other side, left leg out wide. Left hand comes out, creates this space. Bring the right leg through, kick through, nice and straight forward. Bum still floating. Weight is between my left foot and my right hand. Float the leg back through, leg bent. Place the hand down onto hands and knees. Okay, so right foot up, kick through. Keep the bum floating, come back through, knee bent, hand down. Place down, left side, left leg, kick through. Left leg comes back underneath me, knees still floating, hand down, reset. Right foot, hand up, kick through. Okay, bring this left leg back, knee bent, hands down. Here, one more side time each side, okay? So left foot up. Right leg kicks through the center, nice and straight, chest is up. Okay, bum still floating. Bring the left leg through, knee bent, right leg through, knee bent. Place the hand down, knees down. Right foot, last one. Right hand comes up, left foot kicks through, chest is up. Bring the left knee underneath me, plant the foot, plant the hand, bring the knees back underneath me, drop them down, shake the wrists out. Whew. Nice. Okay. So, our next movement, okay, so again, kind of stolen a little bit from, a lot from Justin Wolfer here. We're just going to warm up our kind of lower body. We're going to start doing some squatting movements. So these are kind of two that I really like as little warm-ups, and it takes a little bit of pressure off of our wrists as well for the time being. Okay, so we're going to come to our feet here. Now, both my feet stay pointing straight here. Sorry if you can't see the top of my head, this room is super tight, so you might not be able to see everything. Okay, but don't worry about what my head's doing, worry about what my lower body's doing here, okay? So from this position, I'm going to soften my knees and I'm going to try and drive my knees over my foot as much as possible. So if you see me from the side here, my heels are flat on the ground, my toes are pointing forward, and I drive my knees forward as much as possible. Now, what tends to happen is you want to kind of push your hips back and do this kind of like half squat position to stay balanced, to drive the knees forward. But what I want you to do is I want you to keep your body up nice and straight, okay? So it's almost like you're sliding down a wall with your back and the knees push forward, okay? Keep the heels on the mat. If your heels start lifting off like the Michael Jackson, that's not right, okay? You want to keep the heels down. Trying to get as much flexion of this ankle as we possibly can, okay? So if you can go further, go further. But for me, this is it. This is as far as I can push my knees forward. My chest is upright, I'm not leaning forward, and my bum's not pushing back, okay? So from here, pushing the knees forward, making sure that my chest is up nice and straight. I'm going to start transferring the weight onto one leg and then the other, okay? I'm going to start with my right side. As I come over to the right, I lift my left leg off the floor. So it's important now that my knee stays in line with my foot, and also I'm staying in that ankle flexed position here, okay? As much as I possibly can. So I'm not pushing my hips back, letting my chest fall forward, and I'm not kind of easing off on that front ankle. Okay, so soft knees here. I'm going to keep my chest up. Let's do this together. Keep your chest up, push your knees forward. Okay, I'm just going to start leaning over to the right here. I'm going to bring my left foot off the ground, float it. Okay, and then I'm going to slowly place my left foot down, and I'm going to start transferring my weight over to my left side, keeping my body position and my knees over my toes as I do it, and lift my right leg. Okay, transfer it back, nice and soft. Let's do this 10 times, okay? This is number 3. Okay, drop the left leg down, To number 4, keep the chest up, float, find that balance, doesn't matter if you're a little bit wobbly. Come over to the other side, good. Okay, that's 5. That's it, number 6. Nice and controlled. Make sure there's some hang time here, you're not just jumping from side to side. Keep that chest up. That's it, good. Drive that knee forward. Keep that knee driving over the toe. Good. Okay, good. That's it, one more. Come over to the other side. Float that knee. Drop the foot down. Stand up nice and straight. Shake those ankles out. Very good. Okay, our next one. We're going to find a comfortable squat position here, okay? So we're going to find the squat position, but it really doesn't matter how you get down there or how low you get, okay? Just find whatever's comfortable for you. It's not going to be comfortable for very long, but find what's comfortable for you. And I'm going to get this squat position. So it doesn't matter how wide your legs are, if they're narrow and you feel comfortable squatting there, or if they're super wide and you feel comfortable squatting there, okay? Doesn't matter, just find a squat position here, okay? As you can see, I can't get ass to grass. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, knee injury prevents me from getting super low. And it doesn't matter about where the feet are turned out. We've got no load here apart from our own body, and that's all we need. Okay, so from here, I'm going to start turning my knee in towards the mat here, and it turns my hips this side. Okay, from here, my hands together, I'm going to rotate my body towards the back of the room. Okay, then I rotate back to the center, bring my knee off the mat, stay in that squat position as I drop my right knee down, and I rotate to the back of the room. Okay, come back square, and then come back to the squat position. Okay, so let's do that 10 times. Find that squat position. We're turning the knee inwards, and we're going to try and touch the knee to the mat here. Okay, some internal rotation of the hips. Okay, so find that squat, hands out in front here, rotate the knee towards the floor, and then I rotate my body towards the back of the room. Come back, bring the knee up, right knee to the floor, rotate to the back of the room. Come back, bring the knee up, stay in the squat, left knee down, rotate. Rotate back, knee up, knee down, rotate. Come back, knee up, other knee comes down, rotate, good. Halfway, bring the knee up, right knee comes down, rotate. Good, right knee comes up, left knee goes down, rotate. That's it. Good. Rotate. 2 more. Right knee up, left knee down, rotate. Good, 1 more. Left knee up, right knee comes down, rotate. Good, right knee up, stand up. Woo, shake those legs out. Good. Okay, so we're all warmed up now for our squat positions, our squat movements. So our first exercise is going to be like a yoga pose, kind of lizard lunge into a squat position. Okay, so start again. This is always going to be a kind of like our base position here, stacking our hands underneath our shoulders, our toes stack under, our knees underneath our hips. This is kind of like home. Okay, so from here, I'm going to tuck my toes under, bring my knees up off the floor, and I'm going to push my hips back towards my bum. Here, keep the arms straight. Now, I'm going to bring my hips up, I'm going to roll my spine. And as I do so, I'm going to bring my right foot up, try and tap my right knee towards my right elbow, and I'm going to drop it to the outside here of my right hand. Okay, doesn't matter if you're not that flexible and you end up here, that's absolutely fine. Okay, but try and bring your hand up, try and touch the knee with your right knee to your right elbow, and then drop the foot out to the outside here. Okay, so In fact, I'm going to do it on the left side so you can see me better. So here, around my spine up, I tap my left knee to my left elbow and I drop my foot to the outside here. Okay, now my back foot is going to rotate, I'm going to turn towards you, okay? Keeping my hips low, I'm going to transfer all my weight over to the other side here, okay? Right hand comes to the inside of my right leg. I rotate my foot, which turns my hips to the other side, drop my hand down, and then I come back to this all fours position, push my hips back. I bring my hips up around the spine, right knee to the outside of the right elbow, right foot to the outside of the right hand, okay? I turn my foot out here, keep my hips low as I start straightening my right leg and my left leg comes into this bent position, hand to the inside of my foot, I come onto my toes, so I rotate, place my hands down on the mat, which turns my hips here. And then I lift my foot, try and lift, try not to just drag it across the mat, lift, come back, and that's our little sequence here, okay? This is all going to work towards a flow at the end of the class here, just kind of practicing the elements. So, from here, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get our shoulders underneath our hands here, underneath our wrists, knees tucked underneath our hips, tuck the toes under, float the knees. I'm going to push my hips back towards the back of the room, towards my heels if I can, okay? Hips up, round the spine, take my left foot and try and bring that off the mat, try and touch my left knee to my left elbow and I plant it to the outside of my hand here, okay? I don't want to go too wide with my foot on this one, okay? I'm quite close to my hand if I can. And then I'm going to rotate, bring my heel to the ground, so it kind of squares my hips up towards you guys. Keep my hips nice and low. Come over to the other side, kung fu move here. Drop my hands down, rotate my foot, which kind of turns my hips again. Lift my right foot, come back into the kind of like this bent legs plank position here as I push my hips back, extend the hips up, roll the spine. Right knee this time comes to the outside of the right hand, touch it down, bring the heel down, low, stay low, transfer my weight to the other side, hands come to the inside here, turn my hips, lift my foot and come back down, okay? Hips back, hips up, roll the spine, left knee to the outside of the left elbow, place my foot down, turn my foot, keep my hips low as I go to the other side, drop my hands down, foot should be on the outside here, turn my toe, so my hips now square, lift my right foot, bring it back, hips up, round the spine, right knee to right elbow, place the foot down, turn the foot, the heel down, lift my hands if I can, stay low, place my hands down on the mat, turn my hips, lift the left foot, come back, push my hips back, hips up, rounding the spine, left knee to left elbow, left foot places down, turn my foot, bring my hands off the mat, keep my hips low, transfer the weight to the other side, place my hands down, come up onto my toe and turn it, so my hips now square, bring my foot up off the mat, come back, soft knee, push my hips back, hips up, around the spine, right knee to the outside of the right elbow, place the foot down, turn the foot, turn the hips, hands off the mat, try and switch to the other side, place my hands down, turn my hips here, lift my left foot, come back, push my hips back, last one, last two, hips up, round the spine, knee to the elbow, to the outside of the left elbow, place the foot down, turn the foot, square the hips, transfer my weight to the other side, place my hands down, turn my foot, lift my foot off the mat, come back, push my hips back, hips up, round the spine, right knee to right elbow, touch the foot down, place the heel to the floor, hips are now facing you, lift my hands off the mat, transfer my weight to the other side, place my hands down, turn my foot, come onto the ball of my foot, lift my left foot off the mat, come back, drop my knees down, shake the hands out, have a little rest there. Good. Okay, so let's kind of build this into a flow now, okay? So I'll demonstrate it a few times for you guys. We're going to build in all the elements that we've just used and kind of create one sequence, okay? So, starting at base position here. Knees stuck underneath the hips, tuck the toes under, I float my knees. From here, I push my hips back, okay? So here, boom. I bring my hips up, around the spine. I start coming into that flat plank position, start pushing my front pockets down, draw the shoulders back, look up. From here, I look forward, I extend back to my plank position. From here, I lower myself down, nice and slowly. Look to my left, touch my foot behind, come back, look to my right, touch the foot behind, come back, everything together now, squeeze the abs as I press up here, push straight back towards my knees. From here, I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to place it nice and wide to the outside of my right hand. Right arm comes off the floor, and I kick through here, okay? So, from this position now, I kick my leg back, keep the knee bent, place my hands down, back into, I can readjust my feet here if I need to, push my hips back. This time again, same leg, I bring my hips up, round my spine, right knee to right elbow, place the foot down, turn my hips, stay nice and low, switch to the other side, place my hands down, come onto the ball of my foot, turn my hips again, bring my left leg back, so lift, come back, push my hips back, round my spine up back to where I started, round the spine, push the front pockets down, look up, shoulders back, extend the hips, push back. This time, right foot to the outside of the right hand here. Okay, I'm not that room there, I'm going to have to move back. Back. Left foot to the outside of the left hand here. Left hand lifts, kick through, come back underneath, keep the knee bent, place the hand down, here, push back. That's it, this time, hips up, round the spine, left knee this time to left elbow. Left foot places down, I turn, try and keep the hips low as I come over to the other side, place my hands down, turn my hips, lift my right foot, and I'm back to where I was. Okay, nice, simple, quick flow. Okay, we'll do that a few times and that'll be your class. Okay, so I've been going for almost an hour. Woo. Okay, a few more times. So let's do that, build it into a flow. So here, tuck the toes underneath, float the knees, hips back, extend the hips up, round the spine, start coming into it, start pushing the front pockets into the mat, draw the shoulders back, look up, now extend back into the plank, lower myself down nice and slowly, good, look over to the left, touch the foot, left foot behind me, look to the right, touch the right foot behind me, come back square, tuck the toes under, everything up together, okay, push straight back, bring the right, I'm going to bring the left foot up nice and wide, left hand comes off the mat, The right knee slides through, kick through here. Okay, keep that bum floating. Come back underneath, keep the knee bent. Place the hand down, knee bent, push back. Okay, hips up, round the spine again. Left knee to left elbow. Touch the left foot down. Turn the foot towards the floor, the heel of my foot on the floor. Hips are square, keep low. Switch over to the other side. Hands down. Turn my hips. Okay, lift my right foot up. Now back to square one here, okay? Hips back, hips up, round the spine. Push the front pockets down into the mat. Shoulders back. Extend back to the plank. Lower yourself down nice and slowly. Hope you can still see me. Okay, look over to the left, left foot touches behind. Come back square, look to the right, right foot touches behind. Come back square, tuck the toes under. Okay, ready? Push up all together. Come straight back. Okay, this time I'm just going to step the right foot straight to the outside, nice and wide. Now look, lift the right leg up, kick through if you can and you're not kicking your cupboard. Come back through, knee tuck underneath, hands down. Here, come straight back. This time, hips up, round the spine, roll it. Right knee to the outside, the right elbow. Place the foot down to the outside, not as wide this time. Touch the heel to the floor, square the hips. Stay nice and low. Place the hands down, turn the hips. Okay, we're back here. Now, lift the left leg. Come back. Push back. Hips up, round the spine. Start pushing the front pockets into the mat. Draw the shoulders back, look up. Extend at the spine here. Soften the knees, push my hips back. Oh no, sorry, come back to the plank. If you've just followed me, apologies, tired. Come back to the plank, we're going to lower ourselves down nice and slowly. Look to the left, touch the left foot behind me. Look to the right, touch the right foot behind me. Come back square. Press up. Push back. This time, left leg steps straight to the outside. Left hand comes up. Kick the right leg through. Right leg comes back underneath me. Keep the right leg bent. Place the hands down. Left knee tucks underneath. Push back. Hips up this time. Round the spine. Left knee to left elbow. Place it just to the outside of the left hand. Right heel touches the ground. Switch weight to the other side. Place the hand down. Start turning the hips. Lift the right foot. Come back to press straight back. Okay, hips up. Round the spine. Start pushing the front pockets into the mat. Chest up, shoulders back, look up. Square up, back to the plank. Push, before we push back, we lower ourselves down. Onto the mat. Look over to the left. Left foot touches behind me. Almost forgot again. Right foot touches behind me. Come back to the plank. Tuck the toes. Press up. Soften the knees. Push straight back. Hips up. Round the spine. Pushing into the toes. Right foot. Right knee to right elbow. Touch the foot down. Turn the heel down. Switch to the other side. Place the hands down. Turn the hips. Lift the left leg. We're back to square one. One more. Both sides, okay? Hips back. Hips up. Roll the spine. Start pushing the front pockets down into the mat. Shoulders back. Look up. Extend back to the plank. Now from the plank, we lower ourselves down. Nice and controlled. Look to the left. Roll. Touch the toe behind. Look to the right. Touch the right toe behind. Come back square. Okay. Press up. Push back. Step straight to the outside of the left hand. Nice and wide this one. Okay. Left hand comes up. We sit through. Keep the bum floating. Come back. Keep the knee bent. Place the hand down. Hands here, keep the knees floating, push straight back, hips up, round the spine. Touch the left knee to the left elbow, place the foot down to the outside of the left hand. Heel comes to the floor, stay low, move to the other side, place the hands down, rotate, lift the right leg off the mat, come back, push the hips back, hips up, round the spine. Last one. Push the front pockets down, look up, extend the hips back, lower yourself down into that press up, look to the left, left foot touches behind, look to the right, right foot touches behind. Ready for the press up position, press up, hips back. Okay, step to the right, nice and wide, kick through with the left leg, chest up. Come back, keep the knee bent, place the hand down, readjust, hips back. Okay, hips up, round the spine, right knee to the right elbow, place the right foot down, square those hips up, face those hips towards me. Start switching to the other side, lift the hands if you can, turn the hips back, lift that left leg off the mat, come back into the plank, bring the knees underneath you, shake your wrists out. Whew. Good work. Okay, and that was our little mobility flow. So, just as a quick cool down, we're just going to take a lay on our back, place our feet on the mat here, nice and comfortable, neutral spine. Don't worry about pushing the spine into the floor. Going to take some big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hands wherever's comfortable, by your side, on your chest, on your belly. Big deep breath in. I try and think about a 6-second breath in, a 2-second pause, and then an 8-second breath out. So 6 seconds in, 2-second pause, and an 8-second breath out. Long breath out through the mouth. Do a few more of these. 6 seconds in, 2-second pause, 8 seconds out. Few more. One more. Roll over to your side, come up to a seated position. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I'm sweating. I hope you get sweat too. That was fun.